Good morning. Hello. Welcome back to the Twin Flame Daily Tarot. My name is Tony, and this is the Twin Flame forecast for Thursday, November 19th, 2020. However, anytime you are here is exactly when you are intended to be here because time is limitless. Hi, and hello to my returning subscribers. Hi, and hello if you are new here. I am so glad that you found me. Like I said, my name is Tony, and this is the Twin Flame forecast. First, we're going to pull for our Divine Feminine. Next, we're going to pull for our Divine Masculine. Lastly, we'll pull for our collective Twin Flame couples. If you see a deck of cards you like, I'm going to link them down below in the description. And when I refer to the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine, divine means holy. Feminine and masculine do not refer to one specific gender. Are y'all ready to get this game going? Because I am super ready. I hope your week has been beautiful so far. Mine has been. So let's see what we got going on. We still got the sage burning from earlier, from when I used it. All right. Let's get our table set, shall we? Looks like we're not going to need like too much here. Still kind of somewhat burning. There we go. Beautiful. All right, let's set this table, shall we? We clear, we bless, we protect this space. We clear, we bless, we protect this space. And I'm going to clear, bless, protect, activate, and fully align all my chakras and energetic auric grid systems. Beautiful. Hang on, let me get the sage off the table. Hopefully the sage burns out pretty quick and y'all don't have to listen to me clear my throat. All right, headphone users, let's turn down your volume so we can set the tone for this reading. Beautiful. And lastly, let's set our intentions for this reading by calling forth in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We invite our angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, and spirit to please join us. Please be present with us and help us to understand and to interpret these messages as we receive them. All right, y'all? Are y'all all ready? Because I'm ready. Let me show y'all before we get going. Our channel has manifested a new oracle deck. We got the Starseed Oracle. This is by Rebecca Campbell, and the artwork is by Danielle Noel. It will look very similar to this oracle deck you've seen before, the Work Your Light Oracle. It's similar, but this one is more about specifically messages that are for star seeds. And this is cool. Check this box out. Isn't this fun? It actually says, your heart is a portal. And this lid is actually meant to be used for you to do readings in. And like you can do like a 1-card reading or a 2-card or a, heck, I don't even know. I know there's like a 5-card reading. It goes like that. And then like maybe like, oh heck, I don't know. Either way, it is a very cool deck, a very cool box, and I just wanted to show it off to y'all. All right, Divine Feminine, you are up first. Like I said, we're going to pull from the Starseed Oracle. All right, headphone users, let's turn down that volume. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, what messages do we have for the Divine Feminine for today? What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine for Thursday, November 20th, 2020? What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine in whatever time, place, or space they are watching? Thank you. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, we just need 1 card, please, for our Divine Feminine. Tell the Divine Feminine what she can expect, please, for this day. That's too many cards. We just need 1 card, please. 1 card on the table. What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine? Beautiful. All right, Divine Feminine. The 7 Star Sisters. Birthing Creations, Tapestry of Light Expression. So that is beautiful. While I'm looking that up, so the first thing immediately I see is, it says Birthing Creations. So it looks like, this is going to be a time of you working on growing your own creations, your own reality even further. Let's see what we got up here. All right, the book says, there are new creations that want to be born, beauty that's yearning to be woven, new consciousness that's longing to be breathed into life. If you draw this card, you are being called to surrender to these creations, to usher in a new era of consciousness and do your bit in weaving the web of life. So like I said, it looks like, you're going to be maybe working on consciously creating, a new storyline for yourself and, manifesting a new future going forward. This is the card of the artist and the midwife. You are being called to ponder questions. What wants to be birthed through you? What new creations are whispering in your ear? What beauty are you being called to make? Creativity and intuition come from the same sacred place. They occur when we find ourselves flowing with the rest of life. Earth is renowned as a planet of manifestation and creativity, and yet so many of us have forgotten how to create. Somewhere along the way, we stopped seeing ourselves as artists, as creatives, as poets. Yet to be human is to be creative. Creativity is a true part of your nature. So, Divine Feminine, maybe you're being called to start a new creative project, maybe a new business, maybe write a book. Maybe, you're being called to try a new way of eating or that requires learning new ways of cooking, whatever it is that is a creative project that has been calling you. All right. It is asking you to express itself, now, you're being asked to find a way to weave beauty back into your life. Okay. You need to understand it's kind of what they said, that creativity and intuition come from the same place in the soul. And so if you feel that your intuition has been lacking lately, Divine Feminine, now is a good time to tap back into that by tapping into your own creativity. This is actually something I've worked on with myself for many years. A few years ago, I owned a company where I actually owned a trucking business. And whenever I would get stuck and I wouldn't know which path to take, I would literally take a creativity break and I would go do something creative for 30 minutes. I would just find something to do, whether it was, doing something in my house, like, because I love interior decorating. So sometimes I would do, a floral arrangement or rearrange a room or just a corner or clean out a drawer or organize a closet, something like that. And it would get my juices flowing again. And then I would get back into alignment with myself and I would know what path to be on. And so that's what you're being asked to. What new creations are you being called to birth, Divine Feminine? Because the thing is the more that you show up for yourself and your own creative being, the more your intuition will be allowed to flow and the more you're going to be able to be in alignment with the path you're on. Okay. Let me get a sip of tea. Let's get a little bit more clarification there, shall we, Divine Feminine? Let's pull from the White Sage Tarot. All right, let's turn down that volume, headphone users. Angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit, what messages do we have for the Divine Feminine today? What messages? Look at there, Nine of Pentacles showing up. What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine for this Thursday, November 18th, 2020? What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine in whatever time, place, or space she or they may be watching it right now? And I just realized it's November 19th, my bad. What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine for Thursday, November 19th, 2020, or whatever time, place, or space she may be watching it? Thank you, angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit. Wow, okay, and we actually had two cards that flipped over that we're not going to take, but I am going to look at. So here's what we got, though. You did get the Eight of Swords. Okay, interesting. Oh, a lot of 8. So you go from 7 to 8. Interesting. The Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Now, let me show you. Interesting. Look here. You did get the Devil and the Moon. So the Devil is in the details. What have you been keeping hidden from the world? I think this is very interesting, this reading right away, because, it talks about birthing creations and what are you being called to give birth to? What creation are you being called to give birth to at this point, right? And because the more that you create, the more you can get into your intuition. And that is what the world needs, is more highly intuitive and aligned folks. So it looks like, like I said, the devil's in the details. So it looks like you've been keeping something hidden from this world, and it's ready to come out. It's ready to shine. It's ready to no longer be a secret. It's ready to be born. Okay. So let's talk about the Eight of Swords. So, the Eight of Swords is kind of that self-imprisonment feeling, that feeling like, you're just stuck. And again, I go back to saying, when I get feeling stuck, it is one of those little tricks I've taught myself many years ago about, tuning into my own creativity and allowing, and not focusing on the fact that I'm stuck, but, allowing myself to flow. you know, and that's what we're talking about here, because look here, the Nine of Pentacles is right under this. The Eight of Wands, this is that rapid movement, rapid expansion, you know, quick, getting unstuck. So this is when you allow yourself to be creative, when you allow yourself to step into your creativity and stop focusing, you know, use that right brain today, less left brain today, okay? Divine Feminine, interestingly enough, as I said that, I'm getting tingles on the left side of my head, so that's very funny. But open up that right side of your brain today if you're feeling stuck, because it will allow that energy to flow very, very quickly to you. And look, you're going to have a lot of success, a lot of luxury flowing to you the more that you just step into your own creativity. You know, that's what you're being asked. You're, you know, to allow that creativity to come forward to and through you. All right. And it will get you unstuck. All right, Divine Feminine. So today, what creative venture are you willing to try? Even if it's something just as simple as, hey, I'm going to rearrange a closet, you know, just get it where it's working more functional for you so that the energy can flow through your house. An interesting thing, side note here to make, your house is an extension of your energy, okay? Your house is a reflection of your energy. So if you have rooms that are cluttered and stuck, your energy is getting stuck there, including closets and drawers, okay? So, you know, just pick and here's another little side tip. So let's say you're stuck in your job, okay? And so you're trying to move your money, right? Well, money, you know, is at the root, right? Money is at the root. That's where money comes from. This is from the root. So the energy would be, you know, the root energy. So if you have a basement, I would recommend cleaning that up. If you have anything hidden, like under your bed, cleaning out under your bed or your lower cabinets, organizing them. Just anything that's lower in your house, get that organized. Get that cleaned out, okay? And then allow that money to flow to you. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So let's say your love life is stuck. So you need to get your heart chakra open, all right? So you need to focus on something that you love to do. So for me, it would be decorating. So I might go out and pick some flowers or go to Kroger and buy some flowers and come home and make a really fancy arrangement, you know, and really get creative and make it really nice, or set my dining room table up really beautiful, right? Something to that degree to get my heart chakra open and flowing. So Divine Feminine, we are being asked today to tap into that creativity to allow our intuition to flow. It feels like there is definitely something that you are stuck on, all right? But this is not a big block in the wall. This is just a little tiny road bump, a speed bump, all right? Just slow down, go up the speed bump, and proceed forward. Open up that creativity, all right, Divine Feminine? I hope you found this helpful. If you haven't already liked or subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it. And guess whose turn it is now? Up next are my gentlemen, are going to be my Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine, we are going to read from Getting into the Vortex by Abraham Hicks. All right, headphone users, let's turn it down. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, what messages do you have for my Divine Masculine today? Abraham, what messages do you have for the Divine Masculine for Thursday, November 19th, 2020? What messages do you have for the Divine Masculine in whatever time, place, or space they may be watching? Thank you. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, Abraham. We just need one card for the Divine Masculine. Thank you. That was nice and quick. I appreciate that. I like it when y'all are playing so nicely with me. All right. Number 21, Divine Masculine. 21 adds up to 3. So this is getting in alignment with yourself, your higher self, and source energy with, you know, your conscious, your subconscious, and your superconscious. This is getting in alignment, okay? A belief is only a thought I keep thinking. You know, I was actually going to mention this yesterday, so I'm really glad this came up. A belief is only a thought you keep thinking. A belief is only a thought you continue to think. A belief is only your habit of thought. It's only a practiced thought. A belief is only a thought you think a lot. So, if a belief is only a thought that you keep thinking, and you keep thinking a thought that is in opposition to what you want, then the reason you don't get what you want is because you keep thinking a thought that is in opposition to what you want. I mean, That's just plain and simple how it works. That's the law of attraction. That's just the way the universe is set up to work. So if you keep thinking if you keep having a belief that is contradictory to the things that you want, you're never going to get what you want. For instance, let's say you want to be a millionaire, or you want to be, I mean, it doesn't even have to be a millionaire, but just, financially secure. Although, to be honest, in this life, a millionaire is the least that you can be. See, there's a thought though. There's a thought I express. I would like to resend and retake back that. Clear, erase, delete, that thought's gone. All right, cool. But the thing is that if you want to say be a millionaire, but at the same time you have beliefs centered around lack, like I am not worthy of being a millionaire, or I'm just not worthy, period. If you feel you're not worthy, if you believe I'm not successful, I'll never be successful, I'm a loser, things like that, all those beliefs are contradictory to I am a millionaire, I am a millionaire. Well, guess what? You're never going to be a millionaire if you're contradicting yourself. And it's just that simple. So divine masculine, you're being told right now, the reason that you're not getting what you want is because you have a thought that you are holding on to, a belief that you are clinging rather tightly to, that is in opposition to what you want. So divine masculine, what is that? You're being told to look at your beliefs today and figure out what belief are you holding on to that is in opposition to what you want. And it's time to shake it off, it appears, divine masculine. It is time to let go of that belief that is in opposition to what you want, because obviously you want something and you're not getting it. So, I mean, it's a pretty simple solution. You just got to figure out what the belief is that is in opposition to it, and, clear, erase, and delete. So I don't know if I've ever explained that. On your computer, when you hit clear, erase, delete, and it brings up the task manager, and you can close out, the different things happening on your computer. So when I say something that I would like to take back, or when I have a thought that I realize is not a thought that I want to put out there in the inner universe, I'll just be like, clear, erase, delete, clear, erase, delete. And I'm like literally telling my energy that energy is gone. No more. It doesn't exist. It's gone. I know you can either create create or destroy is the word. I was trying to say delete is why that took me so long to find the word destroy. You can neither create nor destroy energy. I am aware of that. I'm just canceling the energy that I put out there. In other words, does that make sense? Okay. I know. I can be a juxtaposition of oppositions, can't I? All right, divine masculine. Let's get a little bit of clarity here about these thoughts that you're holding on to that are in opposition to the things that you want. Let's pull from the universal rider weight. All right, let's turn down that volume, headphone users. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. I mean, look here, twin flames. What messages do we have for the divine masculine? What messages do we have for the divine masculine for this Thursday, November 19th, 2020? What messages do we have for the divine masculine in whatever time, place, or space they are watching this? Thank you. That was just kind of a sad little shuffle, wasn't it? Let's just do one more shuffle because I wasn't feeling that one. I'm trying not to do this thing where I bend my cards, see? And I'm trying to just let them fall. One of my favorite tarot readers here on YouTube does this, and it's beautiful to watch her shuffle. But as you can see, I'm not so great at it yet, but I'm getting there. I'm getting better every day. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit. We just need one card, please, for our divine masculine. Tell the divine masculine what can they expect for this Thursday, November 19th, 2020. What can the divine masculine expect, whatever time, place, or space they're at? The Empress. Okay, so you've been holding on to this thought for a very, very, very long time. This is a thought that you, and it's kicking your hiney, and it's making you feel very unbalanced, and it's got you stuck. Whew! Divine masculine, you want prosperity and you're not getting it. And the reason why you're not getting it is because you're stuck in this thought. Okay, we're going to stop right here because I'm going to literally look at all these cards. Look at all these cards. Holy cowses. All right, divine masculine, you're first of all not in alignment with yourself. You're not in alignment with your true self, because see how that 3 is popping up? This isn't letting me know that you are not in alignment with your higher self. Your higher self and source are not in alignment. See how these two are in alignment? This one's over here. So like I said, you're not in alignment with yourself right now, your higher self. And the reason you're not in alignment with your higher self is because your ego down here is holding on to a contradictory belief, all right? And this is a belief, these were seeds that were planted very long time ago, probably even in your childhood. And these seeds you have fought many battles for, okay? And probably even now, you have won some, you've lost some, but you keep getting up and fighting for these. And despite the fact that you're fighting for it, you know, even within yourself, that there's something that makes you feel off balance about this thing that you're fighting for. And it is exhausting. You are hitting a wall with it. You're feeling very just stuck like the divine feminine over here. You're just feeling just very stuck. You're ready to receive your abundance. You're ready, but you can't because you're literally crossing out your own blessings. You're blocking your own blessings by these contradictory thoughts, and you refuse to let go of these beliefs. Divine masculine, you're being very, very stubborn. Look, there's Taurus energy right there. You're being very, very stubborn here. In fact, you're just holding on to these beliefs. You are just holding on for dear life, despite that they are to your detriment. These seeds probably were planted in your childhood because these are at your root. We were just talking about that root energy. These come from your root. So this more than likely was a thought that was planted in your life, either in childhood or maybe even in a past life that you brought forward. But whatever these thoughts are, you are definitely going to battle for them, despite the fact that they make you feel off kilter. You've even lost a few battles for them, but you are exhausted from it. I mean, I can tell you want abundance, divine masculine, but you can't. You're blocking your own blessings by being so stubborn and refuse to change the way you think. Okay, well, here's a simple solution for you, divine masculine. Empress is here, okay? Hi, Empress. So I love Empress because she is that Virgo energy, but she's also Taurus. She's got Taurus represented here with Venus, showing up. So, she can be stubborn. Don't get me wrong. The Empress can be very, very stubborn, but she can also be very nurturing and very fertile is the word I like to use for her. And again, she's 3. So that 3 is showing up again to let you know it is time for you to get in alignment with your higher self, with your divine masculine, divine feminine, get in balance, check your ego at the door and seek the higher consciousness, divine masculine. Today is a day for you to tune in to your intuition, okay? That feminine intuition. Venus is in the house. I know you're stubborn and I know you don't want to, and I know it's hard to look at these beliefs because they have been here your whole life, but these beliefs are kicking your ass. They are making you feel unbalanced. They are literally causing major roadblocks to your finances because you are losing sleep over your own refusal to let go and see new ways of thinking, okay? You are literally losing sleep over this, and you're probably losing finance and financial blessings, okay? It's time to quit fighting for beliefs that you probably aren't even yours. They were probably put into your head as a child, and you have just carried them forward. So it is time to maybe examine maybe even some thoughts that came from your maternal side. I mean, this is the Empress. So like I said, this is that female energy. It could be from your mom, not necessarily. It could be your mom's family. It could be, a maternal figure, whatever. But regardless, you've got some seeds planted in you that are blocking your blessings, divine masculine. So divine masculine, what what are you thinking that is keeping you from getting what you want? Okay. What thought, belief do you have that is in direct opposition to what you want? It's time to examine these deep seated beliefs. It's time to give yourself a little nurturing, a little guidance, and it's time to plant some new seeds and watch them be fruitful and multiply, divine masculine. Okay. All right. I hope you found that very, very helpful. If you haven't already liked and subscribed to my channel, I would love you forever if you would, because guess what? It's time for my twins. All right, twin flames. We are going to pull first oracle for the day from the Work Your Light oracle cards. All right. Headphone users, let's turn it down. Angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit. What messages do you have for the twin flames today? What messages do you have for the twin flames for this Thursday? Wow, okay. This Thursday, November 19th, 2020. What messages do you have for the head flame, look at that, for the twin flames and whatever time, place, or space they are watching? Thank you. Angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit. We need one card, please, for our twin flames. What messages do you have for the twin flames today? We need one card, please, on the table. That's too many cards, but thank you. We just need one card, please, on the table. One card, please. Nope. We just need one card, please, on the table for our twin flames. What messages do you have for the twin flames? There we go. The initiation. Rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So it looks like you've been holding, I like how these colors are very similar to each other here, Divine Feminine, and even kind of Divine Masculine. Look, it's very similar vibes going on here. I love when that happens. So rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So it looks like you've been, maybe holding yourself back a little bit, and now it's time to come out of the cave and walk into the light and show the world what you're made of. All right, let's read from the book. Some of the most sacred initiation chambers and temples look scary from the outside, but are breathtakingly beautiful on the inside. This represents the journey of the soul pilgrim that the soul pilgrim is required to take to reach somewhere sacred. But only the initiated can enter. Perhaps that's where you are right now. You are being tested, initiated, because you are headed somewhere sacred. Initiations require that we cross the threshold from one world or state of being into the next. We are being called to face what scares us and have to be willing to lose it all in order to gain a new way of being, of safety, of security, of depth, and of meaning. Initiations, like rites of passages, mark the shift from one age to the next and can take place because of emotional turmoil, great loss, grief, or devastation. But it is through the seeming hardship that our heart cracks open and our spirit is invested to step forward. We take the sacred voyage into more of who we are and who we came here to be. It can be painful and scary, but once we begin the journey, we can be more ourselves than ever before. So, twin flames, this is for both of you as a couple right now. If you're in the middle of the fire right now, you're going to get through it, and one day soon you're going to look back and you're going to bless the thing that broke you down, that cracked you open. Okay, I promise you are going to bless the thing that broke you. It seems crazy, but I mean, 2 years ago, if you had told me I was going to look back at the typhoon that we went through, that would ultimately lead to us, losing our jobs and being homeless. I mean, that typhoon was just like a typhoon might come through one day, but it lasts for a very, very, very long time. It just keeps going and going and going. Trust me. I could never have guessed 2 years later I would bless the thing that broke me, but I absolutely did. It was one of the biggest blessings of my life, honestly. So it's hard to see that when you're in the middle of the storm, right? But understand that when you are in the middle of the storm, you are going somewhere sacred. You are going through this initiation, and it's going to be worth it. And know that you are closer than you think. So, circling back to the separate twin flames here, Divine Feminine, we talked about, you've been feeling stuck, and that the quickest way to move quickly through that and get to this Nine of Pentacles energy is, to focus on giving birth to something creative, new, that you've been wanting to focus. Even if it's just, a new recipe you want to try, or organize a drawer in your house. It doesn't have to be life-changing, artwork, or write a play or something like that. But this is crossing the threshold so that you can break through that stagnation, okay? This is, that rite of passage where we need to push through, to open up that blockage, okay? Divine Masculine. It feels like you've been getting beat up a lot lately for holding on to this belief that, looky here. You're definitely going through something, right? Those of you who are tarot aficionados, you can look at this and be like, wow, you are really getting it handed to you, aren't you? And that's because you're holding on to these seeds that were planted a long time ago. It's time for you to pull those weeds out and to plant some new fruitful seeds. And that this is your rite of passage. This is time for you to examine this belief that you have so you can move forward and actually receive the, you know, the things that you want, right? You know, and stop blocking your blessings. I say that so much on this channel, but it's true. So it feels like both of you are a little bit in a block right now. You're in that dark place. You're standing in the fire. And just know that it's time. The time is coming. It's coming sooner than you think to cross that threshold, to get to the other side of it. For you, Divine Feminine, it's about tapping into your creativity and opening up your blockage. For you, Divine Masculine, it's about examining these beliefs that you hold that are contradictory to the things that you want. Okay, but both of you are both on the same path, just different sides of it. Okay, where you're walking this path that's going to cross that threshold to the other side. That is going to, you know, be a very quick transition, it appears, into, you know, you receiving those blessings that you've been waiting for. Okay, let's get a little bit more clarification on that. Let's pull from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. Let's turn down that volume, headphone users. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit, what messages do you have for the twin flames today? What messages do you have for the twin flames on this Thursday, November 19th, 2020? What messages do you have for the twin flames in whatever time, place, or space they are watching this reading? Thank you. We just need one card, please, for our twin flames. What messages do you have for the twin flames for today? Can you tell us more about what the twin flames can expect for today? We just need one card on the table, please. That's too many cards, but thank you very much. We just need one card, please, for our twin flames for today. What messages do you have for the twin flames for today? All right, there we go. Traitor. Oh, I love that. I love this. Hang on, let me get the book. Traitor. It's interesting at the bottom of the deck. I'm not going to read it, but I do want to point out that y'all did get the bottom of this entire, at the root of this reading, snake, shed old skin. So yeah, it's time for you to shed old skin, old beliefs, thought patterns, and habits over here, Divine Masculine. And it's time for you to shed this blockage that's holding you, you know, holding you back. Look how that ribbon and the snake even looks similar. You know, it's time for you to clear out that blocking so you can have rapid advancement and movement, Divine Feminine. So that's interesting that the snake would show up. But Traitor, here we go. Opened right up to it. How cool is that? Traitor. Exchange energy to create abundance. This is exactly what I said to you, Divine Feminine, and more or less exactly what I said to you, Divine Masculine. You're both on the same path, just different sides of the road. Make connections and exchange information, talents, or support. The universe operates under the law of cause and effect and is always looking to return to a natural state of balance, homeostasis, as we call it. So if you're lacking in the feelings of abundance at this time, you are being invited to share your time, your gifts, and your understanding with others. In other words, if you're lacking in abundance, you need to give your abundance of your an abundance of you and your time and talents to others. Okay. If you're frustrated because something isn't unfolding in your life, instead of asking yourself what you can get, ask yourself, what can you give? What can you give? The exchange of energy doesn't necessarily mean financial energy. It can also be about supporting in order to feel supported. If you've been holding back with your offerings, now is the time to change that. Allow yourself to be open, honest, and vulnerable. This can prepare you to open up to even greater opportunities in the coming days and weeks and months. So in other words, you got to give what you want to get, okay? And so if you want abundance, then you need to give an abundance of yourself to others. If you want support, you need to give support to others. If you want love, you need to get love. If you want to feel less frustrated, then how did they word that? Concentrate on things that make you, hang on. I like the way they worded that one. Hold on, let me get back to that one real fast. If you're frustrated because something isn't unfolded in your life, instead of asking yourself what you can get, ask yourself, what can you give? All right. So what can you give to someone else? This is an exchange of energy. Energy doesn't just come because we say, hey, I would like this. That's not how the world works. We don't just say, hey, I would like pie, and pie will show up. We have to give energy to get energy. In other words, if you want pie, you probably have to get in the car and drive over to some place that has pie and get pie, or get the ingredients to make pie and then create the energy to create the pie, and boom, now you have pie. Okay, it's the same thing. If you want love, you can just sit around going, oh, universe, please give me love. No, you need to give love. Give love to others. Get out and be a more loving and gracious and kind person. And then the universe will give it back to you. See how that works? So back to what we were saying over here. Both of you are on the same path, just different sides of the street, okay? Divine Feminine, you are going through this threshold where you're stuck. You need to push past it, work through your creativity. Divine Masculine, you're blocking your own blessings by these thoughts that you're holding on to. So you need to work on those thoughts and open it up, okay? Because you're blocking your own abundance. Absolutely, all right? So you need to exchange energy at a vibration of which you would like to receive it. Remember, the energy you give is the energy you receive, and it's all about your vibration. So what vibration are you sitting in, right? Something I just noticed, we were talking about how at the bottom of the deck, it said snake, and it was shed your old skin, right? Let go of the past so you can move forward in the future. And I said, it's interesting because the Divine Feminine even looks like she's got the snake here. Look right here, I just noticed. And initiation, look what's right there. Snakes. So this is about shedding, parts of yourself that no longer serve you, letting go of beliefs that no longer serve you, deeply seated beliefs that no longer serve you, Divine Masculine. These limitations of blocks, this Eight of Swords energy, Divine Feminine, this is self-imposed. You did this to yourself. You can move past it. Both of you can, all right? We just need to focus on the energy that we're giving instead of the energy that we're getting, all right? This is, baby, it's time to give, all right? Pretend you're Santa Claus. Ho, 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 baby. Ho, ho, ho it up. I just tickled myself. All right, last card for the day before we close out. Going to come from the Paulina Tarot by Paulina Cassidy. All right, headphone users, let's turn it down. Good energy on the cards. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit. Yep. What messages? Okay, what kind of shuffle are we doing here today? What messages do we have for the twin flames today? Well, what messages we have is that your tarot reader is not a good shuffler. What messages do we have for the twin flames? Wow. What messages do we have for the twin flames for Thursday, November 19th, 2020? What messages do we have for the twin flames in whatever time, place, or space they are watching it? Thank you. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit. We just need 3 cards, please. We need 3 cards on the table for our twin flames. All right, we got our first 2. We have the Ace of Swords, all right, and the 6 of Cups. All right, there's some healing coming. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit. What messages do we have for the twin flames? We need 1 more card, please. Tell us, what can the twin flames expect? We need 1 card, please, on the table for our twin flames. Just 1 more card. All right, thank you very much. Interesting. You got a lot of swords on the table today. A lot of air energy and Page of Cups. So there's definitely something on its way to you, twins. You got the Page of Cups at the root of the reading, and that page is something new, right? It's a new offer on its way. And the Page of Cups often is kind of a happy surprise, something. It's like, you make a wish, but you put a little plus at the end of it. I want this plus, whatever else the universe would like to give me. Well, this is all your dreams coming true and coming to you quickly. Yeah, you've got the Emperor and the Hangman right underneath that even. You've been stuck. You've been stuck in this energy and not been able to move forward, even with the Emperor here. you know, he's very rigid. He doesn't like to do anything too quickly. Well, you got it's time to move forward. You know, this is what's underneath. This is what's behind you. So look what's coming. You've got the Page of Cups. You know, at the root of this, you've got the Page of Cups. So you've got this energy coming to you quickly, and it can be even a little happy surprise. So the way we read this is past, present, future. This sits between the past and present. This sits between the present and future. And the cards at the bottom of the decks are, you know, the root of the question, the root of the situation. So at the root of it, you do have something on its way that's moving past being stuck and stagnant, and it's ready to come and show up and maybe even surprise you. Life wants to surprise you if you will allow it, twins. Okay, so twins, like I said, you're both working on your own separate paths right now. So don't try to push each other away. But if you are on separate paths and you are I would say very strongly here, before we even go into what these cards mean, it feels like for those of you who are not in union, who are separated right now, it doesn't feel like there's going to be a reconciliation anytime immediately, because you both have your own blocks that you need to clear out, but possibly that could be on its way, and I'll show you why. All right, so in the past, we have the Ace of Swords, and you know, this is getting that understanding of what we want, of what path we want to take, you know, and where we want to go ahead. And so I think you both have been trying to manifest something, okay? You've both been wanting something. And it's like you're sitting in this cave here, looking out the door at the thing you want. And it's like, it's just on the other side of the cave. You just got to get past this dark road to get to that, you know, place. You're walking towards it, and you're very clear on what you want. But it looks like, you know, I definitely feel some frustration on the table, because both of you are very clear on what you want. You see very clearly what you want. It's just that the path to get there was a little bit longer than you anticipated, a little bit more rocky, a little bit more tumultuous than you expected. And it's led to a lot of frustration on both of your parts, okay? The good news is that there is currently sitting in the present a lot of healing on the table, okay? Six of Cups. I would tell you that to be patient, to work on yourselves, to if it's something with each other that's causing frustration, like maybe you are separate, you're not in union yet, don't allow that to frustrate you. Definitely, you need to focus on being patient right now. There is no need to be frustrated. Your path you're on is the path you're on, and you still got a little bit further to go, because like I said, this card sits between the present and the past and the present. So you have walked down the path, but you are right at the door now. You're right at the door. You're about to cross over, and when you get this breakthrough, this clearing out, this releasing maybe of limiting beliefs, this opening up your creative blocks here, there's going to be a lot of healing. Because look, moving from the present into the future, sitting right over this is, like I said, this sits right over the present. Exchange energy to create abundance. So this is you getting that healing. You know, this is you crossing from this dark, scary path, crossing the threshold into, you know, the thing that you've been wanting, getting some healing, washing around down over it, and allowing that energy to exchange and to flow again. That's what the message is about the flow and exchange of energy today, that both of you have a block. Your energy is not flowing, okay? Because moving forward into the future, again, we're still working on creating that abundance by exchanging the energy we want to get, by giving it. You've got the Four of Swords, okay, coming into the future. And you know, this is just being able to finally rest, being able to finally, it's interesting because, you know, over here in the Divine Masculine, you have that here as well, right here, Four of Swords. And you see how this rest is blocking the Pentacles, okay? And you see how you've got the Four of Swords and the Nine of Swords on either side of your Pentacles, see? So it's blocking. At this point, I don't feel like this is a block on this Four of Swords. This is taking time to actively, not just rest, but contemplate, to take the time to take your healing and allow it to manifest more abundance. This is active manifestation coming that won't be, it could be even active, I kind of heard, I like what I just heard. What I heard was is, sitting down and enjoying the fruits of your labor. It's getting to take a break, take a breather, because, you've been stuck. You knew what you want, but you got stuck and you had to go down this path. It's finally getting a chance to sit back, relax, and enjoy this healing that you've got, this abundance that you've got coming, these little happy surprises that are going to sit back, that are going to show up. This is you getting the chance to sit back and allow life that you've created to happen. It's not creating, why must I always hit this? I hit this at least 3 times a day, don't I? It's allowing life that you have manifested to actually arrive. It's allowing it to come to you. It's not about actively going out and chasing it down. It's about keeping your vibe up where you're comfortable, but being able to relax, and the knowledge that everything you want is on its way, and that you are living a life of safe and abundance and security, okay? So divine masculine and divine feminine, both of you are being told that today is a very important day to be aware of your blocks, to work through them, whether it's through creativity or to examine your own deep-seated beliefs that are holding you back. They're keeping you from receiving the things that you want, the abundance that you want. Both of these things, the abundance and the things that you want can come to you, but you've got to open up those blockages, okay? Because you've been allowing that frustration of walking down this path to maybe create some resistance. Let's open up that resistance. Let's get some healing. Let's create some abundance. And let's sit back and get to actually enjoy what life has to offer. And not just get to enjoy it, but see, this is 4 of Swords. The thing is the 4 of Swords, in this case, it's about, getting all 4 of, you've got your finances and health and love and happiness all, balanced, right? This is, being up in your head and being free flowing in your own mind, and all the subjects of your life that create balance and create stability. So, this is a really, really sweet spot. You're both in, but I want to encourage you to understand that if you are not in union, don't be getting frustrated about that, because now is not the time. Now is the time for you both to be independently working. If you are in union, understand that don't take anything too personally. Focus on yourself, mind your own business, and just keep your vibe high. Expect what you want to get, okay? All right, Twin Flames, I hope you found this helpful. If you haven't already, like, comment, shared, or subscribe this video, or subscribe to my channel. You know what I meant to say. I love you forever if you would. I post new content Monday through Friday. I hope I get to see you again. Until I do, know how much I love you, and I hope you keep on praying. Bye, Twin Flames.